Today, the UCP has pushed our public health care system in Alberta into even deeper chaos. Their decision to fire Dr. Verna Yiu comes at a critical time for our province and for public health care in general. Dr. Yiu has served Alberta as the head of AHS for 6 years, including some of the most difficult years in the history of our province. She has capably managed Alberta's hospital system through a pandemic, while the UCP did everything in their power to make the situation worse. Albertans have seen the candor that she brought to COVID-19 briefings, a willingness to tell the truth that we certainly did not get from our ministers of health, Tyler Shandro or Jason Copping. And now, Dr. Yiu, of course, is a consummate professional, and I think that's reflected in the comments that she released publicly this morning concerning her departure. But I can't help but wonder if Dr. Yiu's habit of giving Albertans the straight goods is part of, if not the chief reason, the UCP has fired her. So we know we already have a fair amount of chaos in the healthcare system. They are still recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. I know this because I get the texts every day from frontline doctors, folks that are in charge of acute care in major hospitals, from people that are in charge of surgery, about the continuing impacts they have seen from the decisions this government has made leading up until now. And this morning, my phone has started to blow up from hearing from those doctors about how shocked they are by this decision, how disheartened they are by this decision, and indeed using words like this is going to create chaos in healthcare. These folks are struggling to hold things together, even as now we may be entering a 6th wave. And for the government to leave Alberta Health Services leaderless, and to do so in a way that pretty clearly communicates that anybody that dares to stand up to this government can face the same treatment, that to me is a sure way to undermine the certainty and stability of our healthcare system. Frankly, it doesn't surprise me. We have seen this government's, again, hostility to anyone that actually stands up for our public health care system. We saw that in spades under Minister Shandro. Minister Copping has certainly put a kinder face on it, but they've continued in the same kinds of behavior. So it doesn't surprise me that they've been working with the folks that they appointed to the AHS board to remove Dr. Yiu. But even if that is what they intended to do, and certainly as a government they have a right to do that, to do it in such a chaotic fashion with no replacement in place, with no system ready to go, indeed with not even having begun that process, I think just speaks to a crass political calculation on the behalf of this government as they enter into this Premier's leadership review. We've seen they've been willing to use every system and lever at their disposal to try to save Premier Kenney's political life.